Today I am going to talk about vegetarianism or non-vegetarian diet. What is good for us? Is vegetarian diet really healthful or non-vegetarian diet is necessary? This is what I am going to talk about today. Because in the modern day, because of exposure to international culture, exposure to international diet, and also because of explosion of jobs culture, all people are exchanging diet. The olden days food habits which were traditional, which were supposed to depend on the cultural background, religious background, or personal health. Depending upon the family background, they used to have non-vegetarian or vegetarian diet. Or depending on the financial background, or depending on the climatic conditions, people used to have diet. It can be vegetarian, it can be non-vegetarian. There was no strict rule so far as diet was concerned. But some castes of people used to have non-vegetarian regularly in India. Because India is a hot country. It has got different types of climatic conditions. In South India, the climate is temperate. In North India, the climate is extreme. Two extreme climatic conditions are there in North India. Too cold in winter, too hot in summer. So, the diet conditions also change according to the weather. In Western countries, most of the countries have cold climate. And moreover, in Western countries, people have a lot of open space, forest area. Hunting was possible. Even to this day, a lot of livestock is available freely in some countries like Australia, Canada. There, livestock is available. No need of people breeding those different types of animals for food. But because of availability of money, availability of time, availability of different types of food culture, people are getting used to all types of food. But in India, certain castes of people are supposed to eat only vegetarian. Brahmins and some other people who used to be attached to the temple rites, temple type of jobs, or for those who are involved in worship of gods. They were prohibited from eating non-vegetarian because eating non-vegetarian gives a human being too much of ferociousness, too much of energy that leads to ferociousness. That is necessary for people who are doing physical work or people who are warriors. Not for everybody. That was the reason why in the olden days, only low class people, low caste people who used to be exposed to the external world, like the forests, agriculture, ponds for fish, or sea or river area. They used to have access to animal or bird food. So they used to eat whatever was available, whatever was in their hand. whatever could be found. So in those days, agriculture was a rarity. Doing agriculture, producing crops that can be eaten was a rarity. So at that time, all people used to eat non-vegetarian or vegetarian, whatever came into their hand. And for low class people, low caste people, non-vegetarian was easily available. Moreover, they could keep it in stock, preserve it by drying it for winter, for rainy season. That was the reason why non-vegetarian diet was opted. And moreover, non-vegetarian diet would give them a lot of energy, and also it would quench the hunger. Little bit is enough for them to quench their hunger. Moreover, it was easily available. It was freely available. Vegetarian diet they had to buy from outside. So, some castes of people, some types of people who used to move around in the open air, who could not have the access to agricultural products, used to depend on non-vegetarian diet. That is how we got the caste system. But in due course of time, all people are exposed to education and international culture, hotel culture, availability of food in streets, in the market has become the fashion of the day and the requirement of the day. And so all people are able to get vegetarian diet and non-vegetarian diet easily. Now comes the choice. What type of food must be eaten is personal choice now. It is no longer religious prescription. Even Brahmins are eating non-vegetarian. Even non-Brahmins are opting for vegetarianism out of their own free will. No restrictions are there. And in Western countries, these days, a new type of food is opted by people in the name of good health. But that is not actually the proper way of eating food. Because just like the animals which are omnivorous, herbivorous, or different types, human beings also have their digestive system and their other parts of the body, like the bones, the teeth, are arranged according to their requirements which they have been using for ages together. So those castes of people or those types of people who have been eating non-vegetarian from time immemorial, from the time of the civilization, must continue eating that. Otherwise, they will get into deadly diseases, because the body which is used to digesting non-vegetarian diet, if it is not able to eat that diet for some reason or the other, either for health purpose or for religious purpose or out of their own free will, if they suddenly change from non-vegetarian into vegetarian, there is going to be a lot of havoc to the body of that particular person. This is proved by a great thesis in America. A group of people, a type of people who were used to regular non-vegetarian diet started taking vegetarian diet suddenly. After a number of years, suddenly people started dying. There was no detection of the disease. Everything was all right. But they started dying. And doctors were astonished to find why people are dying in that manner. Then a thesis was made on them. And ultimately it is detected that that area, that group of people have been used to eating only non-vegetarian for generations together, for centuries together. Now suddenly when they started using vegetarian, their body started rejecting. And All types of unknown diseases were attacking them, and no cure was possible for any simple type of disease also. Even for ordinary fever, even for ordinary cold, cough, body pain, no possibility of cure. No medicines were possible to cure their ordinary ailment also, because the body had gone out of control because of the food changes. So what is recommended now is, if your family or you are in your blood for generations together, if your blood is used to eating non-vegetarian diet, you should not stop it. If you are used to vegetarian diet for generations together, you should not suddenly start eating non-vegetarian. That is the reason why there is so much of explosion of diseases in the modern day. So, food is not our choice. Vegetarian or non-vegetarian is not our choice. It is already predestined. It is already programmed in our blood. So, depending on the eating habits of generations of that particular category of people, they have to continue the type of diet they had been eating. Suddenly, they should not change. Once in a while, tasting something outside, okay. But suddenly, avoiding something and completely, totally changing their food habits is detrimental to their health. Unknown diseases will fall to their lot, and no cure would be there. That is why in the modern day we find people who are using non-vegetarian, who are used to non-vegetarian, who relish only non-vegetarian food, are not able to digest milk products and ghee, butter, sweets, because their digestive system is accustomed to only non-vegetarian food. So, we find allergy to milk products, even in children. Even newly born children, some children are not able to digest milk. I found it. So, this is because of the inherent quality of the blood in generations together in the family. So, it is not bad to eat vegetarian or not bad to eat only non-vegetarian. Depending upon our body, depending upon what our body requires, what our body wishes for, that we have to eat. There are no religious restrictions. There are no health restrictions. All that is created newly by change of choices, change of ideas, change of tastes. So variety of tastes are available, and so men are trying to experiment in new ideas. Whatever is old is discarded for some reason or the other. So what is important is K vitamin is very important. It is soluble only in fat. So that K vitamin is important for bones, for dissolving calcium and giving strength to the bones, and also it makes the clotting properties of the blood when it comes out of the body. The exposure of the blood to the atmosphere changes the blood into clot. That clotting of blood is not possible if we don't take K vitamin. This K vitamin is available in vegetarian also, in leafy vegetables, but that K vitamin which is available in leafy vegetables does not dissolve in water. It needs only fat. So, to absorb the K vitamin that is available in vegetarian or in non-vegetarian, we need a lot of oil or fat content so that the body can absorb the K vitamin. If K vitamin is not absorbed by the body, D vitamin, calcium cannot be absorbed. So K vitamin is essential. And for that only, Brahmins or vegetarians also eat a lot of ghee or butter or milk that supplies the needed fat or oil so that K vitamin can be soluble. So it is one-sided if any person says that vegetarianism is good or non-vegetarianism is good or this is prescribed by some religion or this is prescribed according to scriptures. All that is not correct. No scripture has ever prescribed vegetarianism or non-vegetarianism. In all Hindu festivals, non-vegetarian diet is served as part of feasting. So, vegetarian or non-vegetarian should be according to our tradition, according to our custom, according to our body, according to our family tradition. Whatever has been served in our family, whatever has been used by our family, only must be used by us. So that is very important. That is why once upon a time people used to look at the background of the family, their food habits, for deciding the marriage between a man and woman. Because food is very important for existence, for continuation of life, for also our culture, for our good health. That is the basis of any relationship. That is why on the basis of food only we decide the relationship. This is very important. So we have to decide our food according to our background, according to our culture, according to what we have been used to. Don't suddenly change your habits out of fashion, out of some sort of coaching given by other people or some sort of motivation given by other people. Don't follow that.